Hi, everybody. This is Lee McQueen, and I'm discussing a really hot topic lately that's really current, and it's the conclusion of the FBI's investigation into Hillary Clinton's use of a private email server while she was Secretary of State. First, the FBI Director James Comey released a statement. The full text of his statement is available at the FBI.gov website, and I'll post a link in the description so anyone can get there and see the full text of what he said himself. I'm just going to mention a few key points that he brought up. And what he said was, one, that Hillary Clinton would not be recommended for indictment because there's no prosecutor who would bring charges against her. So that's an interesting form of justice. And I kind of wonder if, when he said that, was he talking about Loretta Lynch? Or who was he talking about? I feel like he was saying more than what was said. Then maybe someone will figure it out and share with the class. But anyway, James Comey did go on to make a very long list of the wrong things that Hillary Clinton did while she was Secretary of State, and they do not increase anyone's admiration for her as a leader, as an administrator, or as a manager. In fact, just the opposite. Okay, so she sent and received emails from her private email server that was considered a security risk because it had inadequate encryption. It was not passworded. It wasn't authorized. It was outside the State Department's network. It was something that had no permission to be used, and questions about its use were raised. That it was possibly there to evade Freedom of Information Act requests. But anyway, so she sent and received emails from her private email server. The problem is that quite a few of these emails contained information that should not have been accessible outside the State Department security networks, and that may have been accessed by hostile actors outside the United States. And so James Comey said that some of the emails were considered at a certain classification at the time that they were sent, and then some were considered classified after the fact, after James Comey looked into the matter. Other agencies recommended that they be marked classified, so they were retroactively classified. But anyway, 110 of those emails that were sent or received from Hillary Clinton's private email server were marked classified at the time. 8 of those emails sent or received contained top secret information at the time. 36 emails sent or received contained secret information at the time. 8 of those emails sent or received contained confidential information at the time. And then 2,000 of those emails were marked classified after the fact. And so it was a gross mishandling of classified information, and that Hillary Clinton should have known better since she had worked on the Senate Armed Forces Committee, and she had signed documents when she was sworn in to be the Secretary of State to safeguard this information, and she did not do it. The FBI recovered several thousand deleted emails from other people by other means. They located these emails in the inboxes of other officials. They located these emails in the Slack space of the various servers that Hillary Clinton had made use of. So there was actually more than one email server. And then James Comey also mentioned that some of Hillary Clinton's lawyers deleted emails on her behalf, and they're gone forever. They weren't able to recover them because the lawyers made efforts to scrub them from existence, and so the FBI wasn't able to recover them. And the lawyers claimed that they just read the information in the header, the subject. They didn't read the email itself, which is another concern because were they sworn in to be able to read classified classified, information, even in order to make the deletion. So anyway, the FBI director, James Comey, said there was evidence of carelessness, particularly the special access information that was classified at the time. That was also found, sent and received from her email server. James Comey also said that security at stake was extremely lacking in comparison to other agencies in government. And that just goes back to Hillary Clinton's leadership. You look at the leader of an organization, and then you look down at the organization, and it reflects the leader. Hillary Clinton was careless, she was reckless, she was arrogant, and that reflects the State Department as a whole. The FBI director assessed that hostile actors did gain access because of her use of her personal devices, because her use of the personal email server was actually known. The ClintonEmail.com, it was known. It was kind of low key, but it was known. And then also, she made use of her personal devices, such as Blackberries, to send and receive email in hostile and sophisticated territories. So it is likely that there was unauthorized access to her information sent and received from the State Department. But the FBI director said that he couldn't consider any similar case because a lack of intent, like from the past. And so in Jeffrey Sterling's case, there's no comparison, he claims. In Eric Snowden's case, no comparison. Chelsea Manning, no comparison. Julian Assange, no comparison. And so, and then other, General Petraeus. In other cases, James Comey has concluded, well, there's no comparison between what Hillary Clinton did and the others did because he couldn't find any evidence of intent. It's kind of a strange thing, this whole situation. But again, to find a full text of what he mentioned, it's at the FBI website. Excuse me. I did note that there's no mention of the Clinton Foundation and the second investigation on public corruption charges and associated charges. So that's separate from this this investigation. James Comey did recommend that it's likely a good thing that Hillary Clinton will, should and hopefully will lose security clearance. Any other individual would face security or administrative sanctions, he said. But the problem is, Hillary Clinton doesn't need a security clearance to perform the duties of the president. She doesn't need that to get her briefing, her daily briefing. However, there is something interesting that I noted. Bill Clinton had an executive order that he signed. Executive Order 12968, the unauthorized disclosure of information classified in the national interest can cause irreparable damage to the national security and loss of human life. And from my understanding of this whole event, Hillary Clinton not only violated several other executive orders and actual laws, she violated Barack Obama's executive order, and she also violated Bill Clinton's executive order. So it's just a whole strange double form of justice for Hillary Clinton versus everyone else in the world, where anyone else would be facing repercussions and loss of security clearances and administrative injunctions. But not Hillary Clinton. Let's see. It is basically overall just an admonition from James Comey of Hillary Clinton's judgment, her management, and her stewardship of state secrets. And so Bernie Sanders did refer to Hillary Clinton's judgment. And for those who didn't believe Bernie Sanders, maybe they'll believe James Comey in questioning Hillary Clinton's judgment. I mean, if anyone thinks her management of the State Department was a great, good thing after all this, what we learned from James Comey, what we learned from veteran information professionals for Sanity, what we've just seen overall about the lies that Hillary Clinton has told this entire primary season. If anyone can look at that and say, she's wonderful to be the president of our United States and lead us, there's nothing more I can tell you. But again, this whole encounter with the media today did not have any mention of the Clinton Foundation and any RICO charges. And also, there's no mention of the, of course, racketeering lawsuit that's possibly being filed because of the California primary, and then primaries in a total of 11 states across the United States. So there's still some outstanding issues that need to be addressed. Until they are addressed, Hillary Clinton has not only the private email server cloud just still hanging over her, she also has the Clinton Foundation cloud that has not been addressed by anyone at all. She has not been cleared. And then also the racketeering lawsuit that will be filed after California finishes its primary vote. The only thing about that is both of these two outstanding potential legal adventures will have to go to the FBI for investigation, and then also the Justice Department. So, who knows how that's going to turn out. Hillary Clinton has been cleared of the private email server at the, involving the State Department. So that's, she's in the clear on that. But will the Department of Justice also clear her on the Clinton Foundation? Plus, which is the second thing, and then also the third thing, which is the racketeering and election fraud accusations that will be filed following the finalization of California's primary vote. California finishes its primary vote counting on July 7th. That has to be turned into the Secretary of State. And then on July 8th, the Secretary of State will announce its findings about what the final tally for the California primary is. Then after that, those results are going to be investigated and analyzed in a package and added to about 10 other states. And then that's going to be filed as a lawsuit, a federal lawsuit on racketeering charges. So Hillary Clinton is not in the clear. She may think she is, but she actually is not. There's two criminal cases hanging over her. So we'll just have to see how it turns out.